Welcome to Speak English Now podcast with your host, Georgiana, the podcast that will help you to speak English fluently with no grammar and no textbooks.
Hi everyone, I'm Georgiana, founder of SpeakEnglishPodcast.com. My mission is to help you to speak English fluently and confidently. In today's episode, I'll talk about the most common business expressions. Later, you'll practice grammar with a point of view story. Awesome! Let's get started. We'll start with the expression, look up to someone. When you look up to someone, you view them with respect and admiration. Example: Tom truly looks up to his father, and he wants to become a policeman, just like his dad. Show the ropes. This expression refers to a sailor learning the different ropes for the sails of a ship. When you show the ropes to someone, you explain to them how to do a particular task correctly. Example: It'll take me a couple of weeks to show you the ropes, but after that, you'll be entirely prepared for the task. Another common expression, day one. We usually use the expression day one to talk about something that happens from the very beginning of an activity or a process. Examples: I'm sorry, but your project was meant to fail from day one. This procedure has never worked from day one. Another example: smooth sailing or plain sailing. The idiomatic expression smooth sailing means easy, trouble-free progress with an activity or a plan. Smooth sailing is a maritime phrase that has the literal meaning of sailing that is easy and uncomplicated. The term smooth here describes calm waters with no large or rough waves. Example: We had a hard time setting up the new system, but it'll be a smooth sailing from here on. Burn the midnight oil. The expression refers to the ancient practice of using an oil lamp, and it means to stay up late working on a project or task. Example: Jason has been burning the midnight oil trying to finish this report, so he must be exhausted. Let's see another expression. Having too many irons in the fire. To have too many irons in the fire is to be involved in too many activities. The term comes from the blacksmiths putting bars of iron in the fire to get them hot enough to work with it. If they have too many irons to keep track of, it could lead to catastrophe. Example: Anne quit her dancing lessons. She felt she already had too many irons in the fire. The next expression is quite popular. It's called the big picture. This expression usually suggests that one shouldn't focus only on the small details. One should get a complete understanding or view of something. Example: At work, I try to concentrate on the big picture and not be distracted by details. Let's move on to the next expression. To keep one's eye on the ball. We say that someone's keeping their eye on the ball when they understand the situation and react quickly. This phrase started in sports, specifically in ball games where players were asked to keep their eyes on the ball. Examples: I couldn't sleep well last night. I'm not on the ball today. She has done a great job. She was really on the ball. And this is the last expression, to spread oneself too thin. To spread oneself too thin means to try to do too many things at the same time so that you can't give enough time or attention to any of them. Before giving you an example, I'll try to explain the origin of the expression. I love butter, and I add plenty of it on my toast every morning. But today, I've spread a very thin layer. It's because I've been trying to perform too many things at the same time. I'm in a hurry and I'm doing different things at the same time, drinking coffee, speaking over the phone. That's why I'm spreading a very thin layer of butter on my toast. I'm distracted and I'm not doing anything well. Let's see the example that I've prepared for you. Last month, James tried to study English 1 hour every day, go to the gym every 2 days, and work extra hours. He quickly realized that he was spreading himself too thin. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Today's lesson is quite interesting, don't you think so? Now you'll practice with the point of view story. This kind of story will help you to improve your English grammar. It's very simple. I tell you the same story more than once. Every time I change a grammatical aspect, so you can see how grammar changes and you can compare. You just have to listen. I'll start telling the story from Stephen's point of view in the present tense. I'm Stephen and I'm a successful businessman. Many professionals look up to me and I'm always looking forward to showing them the ropes. But my career isn't always smooth sailing. I believe in hard work and I burn the midnight oil whenever I consider it necessary. I also know how to spot the right opportunities. That's why I never like having too many irons in the fire. I'm perfectly aware that too many activities or undertakings at once could distract me from identifying the golden opportunities. I think that the most vital ability of any successful entrepreneur is to see the big picture. As a businessman, I know how to take advantage of an opportunity, but also I'm capable of keeping my eye on the ball. I'm consistent, but I don't spread myself too thin. Now I'll tell you the same story from the third person in past tense. Stephen was a very successful businessman and many professionals looked up to him. He was always looking forward to showing them the ropes. However, he knew from day one that his career wouldn't be smooth sailing. He believed in hard work and he burned the midnight oil whenever he considered it necessary. Stephen also knew how to spot the right opportunities. That's why he never liked having too many irons in the fire. He was perfectly aware that too many activities or undertakings at once could distract him from identifying the golden opportunities. He thought that the most vital ability of any successful entrepreneur was the ability to see the big picture. As a businessman, he knew how to take advantage of an opportunity, but also Stephen was capable of keeping his eye on the ball. He was consistent, but he didn't spread himself too thin. Apparently, Stephen really knew his ropes very well, and he inspired many other entrepreneurs. This is the end of this story. I hope you enjoyed. Now imagine a whole story told this way. It's incredible how much you can learn with this method. Instead of having to memorize boring grammar rules, you can use this method to learn grammar. It's more enjoyable, but also more effective. My new English course, the Enchanted course, will help you to improve your spoken English and your grammar. It will take your English to an advanced level. Go to enchantedcourse.com and bring your spoken English to an advanced level. I'll be back with a new episode next week. Bye-bye!
Did you enjoy today's episode? Get the transcript now at speakenglishpodcast.com. speakenglishpodcast.com.